Good evening, viewer, potentially viewers. Welcome to a very, sparse, is that the word, edition of the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 1. It's me, Champ Mega Horse here, potentially on my own for the show. I'll cope, but we have two quality games that guarantee at least multiple goals. Badgers versus Flamingos. A battle of two now Super League managers. Well, there was one already, but now Tato has joined in the Super League. There he is, just arriving in the chat as I say that. And we have got Phoenix versus Allenwell, and of course Ryan with his Phoenix side linking to the Super League, and Robbie, who has been extremely entertaining on commentary this season and is ready for, as he's predicted, defeat in this game. Quick look at the table beforehand, and these two matches are a continuation of round 18 to finish off the round. So Phoenix, as it stands, could go a point off the lead, pulling away from Hulls. Allenwell, if they get a win, could push themselves close to East Coast, and I mean that would be huge for them, considering the gulf between the sides. And then a bit lower down, Badgers looking to get themselves back up ahead of you and Rovers, who, in quite a few people's opinions, is certainly, Mr. Shaw pushing for manager of the season with his Hyde United +5 squad. It's doing very, very well, isn't it? And then Flamingos, who, yes, minus 62 goal difference, 17 games played. I mean, keeping it to less than 4 goal defeats per game. But now with Fifey in charge, a bit of edge to them, a bit of purpose. I mean, can they get a point? And Scott arrives in the chat going for Bostock. Now, Bostock means that tonight surely you would be a fan of the Badgers, with it being David Collins. We'll have to see if there's any of your other players there. Scott, give us a shout if any of your other players turn up in these teams tonight. And let's get started. Can we be faster than the Super League show tonight? I'm not sure. We only have 2 games. 76ers versus Lecce in the Champions League there. Noticing the team from the Swedish League. Have they made some signings this season? No, they haven't. So pretty much their squad going along as they do. Drawing 0-0 with Lecce last time. It's a team that doesn't score goals. And who else have we got featuring in these games? Well, not a lot of fun. Is there any other Swedish side in there? Yeah. Anyway, Scott's a fully fledged member of the set. He is a big Badgers player in the game, isn't he? Yes, part of the Badgers setup, indeed. And we're going to go to the Phoenix Allenwell game first. And this is certainly a game that's attracted my attention in terms of, can Allenwell cause a shock? Last time they played each other, it was 1-0, and that's all it was. It was the Batistu to goal, nice and early, and Allenwell held out for what I know is a defeat, but it's a fairly decent result. Rustico, man of the match, bit of Bonk captain the side as ever. Kiotis in goal, which hasn't been playing much recently, but he is back in goal for today. And if we take a little look at that, Tato, no, you don't mean that at all. I know you beat them last time out, but you don't mean that. They're what would that make the Badgers league-wise? I'm not sure. But yeah, Phoenix with their team today, minimal changes. We've got Petit and Desai manning that defensive midfield position there. Taram moving from DM back into centre-back, and Zidane called in for Henrik Larsson's injury. But other than that, the team is pretty much as it is. And last time out, they beat the Badgers 4-1. So it's two teams that their previous game has both been against Badgers, one in the league, one in the cup. Yeah, it's a strong side. There's no doubting this team should be top 2 at the end of the season. Are they going to be first, though? They need that win over Allenwell now. skip over that. No, we don't skip up where we do. What's some news there? Stocker's contract, nothing particularly important. Desai back and Petit back into the team. And for Alan Well, you can see they've got a bit of a crisis of injuries. He just seems to be relentless at the moment. Ekiog and Ljungberg on some longer injuries. And then now Hersey, Cassano, and Velas, all of them out. 5 players who would be in or around that first team. Probably 4 starters, if I'm honest, as well. Last time round, a 5-1 defeat to Badgers. Do I just skip over that one, Tato? I don't know, really. Yeah, and the formation wise, a bit of a change of setup there for Robbie. And I think with how he's going about this, it's something a bit more purposeful, a bit more defensive, judging by Keats and Ilola playing in defensive midfield roles. So yeah, it's set up to do its absolute best. Super Alex Manninger is back in again tonight. I mean, Tato, if he does, that would be quite some achievement. Yeah, scoring outfield last time out for Badgers. Chris Marsh has made himself back to the bench. It's always good. Every time Chris Marsh is in the squad, we always have a good look at how he's doing. No league games yet, and will he get on for his first one? I mean, I don't know. We can't see Rob in the chat at the moment, and or Ryan, but I assume he's quite late in the day, thanks to the old Super League finishing so late, eh? But yeah, it's going to be quite the game. I'm just checking to see if Oh, there we are. Mr. Edwards is in big Dean Keats cheer as well. It's always worth having a look at there. Dean Keats. Let's just check how he's doing this season. A 6 in the league, but a much better cup performance so far. And will Rob be coming to join us? I'm just trying to get him to come along. I don't think he's money. Yes, some things I also think of myself. Anyway, so Cassano not in the team. We know that Hawk and Bondar refereeing. Predictions in the chat. Let's have some. As it stands, I mean, Phoenix were looking very, very strong compared to their opponents, but Alan Well are obviously up there for a reason in the league, and it's not just that every other team's poor. So, I mean, myself, what would I predict? I don't predict. I do not. As soon as you get one prediction, I'm going to get kicked off anyway because they'll come in. 3-0 to Phoenix and 5-0 to Phoenix. Quinton's here as well. He's going 2-all for this game. I mean, that's wishful thinking, I suppose. But let's get kicking off and go for it. Mr. Edwards going for 3-1 and David going for 3-1 as well. So there's a lot of decent victories for Phoenix. And as it stands, it's 0-0 so far. We've got chances. Alan Well coming forward, doing well. Forced a chance and forced a save out of Oliver Kahn. Then down the other end, Taram's had a chance, and Desai gets the opening goal. Marcel Desai, he is not lazy. He has scored. And we are chasing down now as Alan Well looking to equalise. They've almost scored again. Oliver Kahn having a great game so far. It's definitely not just a one-sided match. Ashley Cole came forward and forced the foul out of his opponent. 5 minutes to half time. And there's still, it's very, very even, isn't it? Is this best squad in the league? Which best squad? Is this the Phoenix squad? Is it another squad? Taram's had a chance, but it's just over. Is it even this league? Who knows? A real mixed bag there for Phoenix as it stands. I mean, Montero's on a 5, got a couple of players on an 8, and then the opposition all at 6s and 7s. I mean, I don't really know what to make of it. Yeah, absolutely equal in terms of chances. This is maybe Quinton's 2-all isn't so far off the mark, in all honesty. It's a real strange one. Potato going for Devils best in Super League, Radaby best in Division 2, and Badgers best in Division 1. Lovely. Yeah, so some of those may be facts. Action area as well, 50-50 possession, and Allenwell actually having more attack. But the goal, the all-important goal, worked from Thuram, Kiotis with the save, and Desai with the finish. And it's not bad at all, is it? For Phoenix, with the less is more idea, I assume they'll be staying just as they are for just now, and probably for the rest of the game, to be honest, with how it is. They don't need to make any changes. For Allenwell, well, there's not a lot going on in terms of that either. Everyone seems fully fit. Keats has had a very quiet game, hasn't he? He made a key pass, key header, but not put any tackles. Ilola alongside him has managed to put in one. Didn't really check the Phoenix stats in terms of what's going on there. And Thuram, an attacking threat as well as a defensive one. I'll be considering, if they keep a clean sheet, Thuram's not going to be far off man of the match in all honesty. So into the final 45, and a couple of predictions for Phoenix's wins to nil are obviously still on. No one is out of it in terms of predictions. And we are 10 minutes away from the substitutions. Will there be any? Who knows? We've got a yellow card there for Ashley Cole. Montero's had a chance. He's still on defence, having chances there. Substitutes, they're on their way. And yeah, taking a look at it for Allenwell, as it stands, it's going to be based on performances rather than ratings. Bonk, Said, Delola, Kamuna, Cole, Zauri. We went sub defender. Bonk, Said, Delola. There it's. They're not doing too bad, are they really? Looking at the team, would you make any changes? How's Delola played this season? We've had quite a few games. Larison has not played that much. There's no one on the bench that strikes me as the right player to bring on. So, with it being narrow, I'm not. The team isn't performing that badly. And Phoenix on the less is more. They're going to continue as well. So a sub-free match. And we'll continue. 20 minutes left. It's still very, very close. Phoenix probably looking a little bit more likely to. Rams had another chance to score. Can't pick his way up to an 8 at this position. Zauri's put one off target for Allenwell. And it's a very, very close game towards the end. Are there any strikers? You wouldn't think so, would you? From looking at how the teams are playing, we're almost at the end of the game. This is going to be 1-0, and it is 1-0. And, Allenwell can take some heart as to the fact that they've done all right. Rustico ended up with another 8 after man of the match last time. Kiotis, I believe, did get an 8 last time as well. A win for Phoenix. Petit, Desai, 2 defensive midfielders winning the game out. So, yeah, very, very close. Very close game. No shots on target for Allenwell and only 1 for Phoenix in the second half. Yeah, it's a decent match, isn't it? Get the main event on. Yeah, well, I've got to watch the Indy 500 after this. I'm a bit behind. I've got about 60 laps to go, so I'll be getting on fairly soon. Don't you worry. Yeah, quite harsh on the away side in terms of the overall result, but I suppose the fact that they are just. We're looking at the match report again for no reason. They are such a strong side. Phoenix, you've got to say, Allenwell done fairly well. Desai, man of the match. He's won 3 out of 8 tackles, which is not setting the world alight, is it? Petit as well. It's all about his winning headers there. Desai, key passes. Yeah, they've done what he needs to do without really breaking sweat. Batistuta and Maldini, the least fit players at the end of the game for them. Done all right. Allenwell, in terms of how they've gone. They ended up with Rustico looking a bit tired towards the end of Said, Ricketts, but Kamuna and Rustico have won plenty of tackles, so with them key. Keats did have that quiet game, and strikers on the pitch just really haven't done much at all. And looking at that, I think it is a fair result, but Allenwell can certainly take some heart going forward. And Phoenix, importantly, moved just 1 point off Trafford at the top of the table. So, 2 teams whose managers are both here as well for our other match today. Before we go into just a quick scan forward to the to the next set of fixtures. And Badgers have made just one change to their team, which, as we saw before, they won 5-1 against Allenwell. Last time they played the Flamingos, it was 4-0, a Collins hat-trick. Nobody has games in hand anymore after this round. Everyone will be on 18 league games there, Tato, just to let you know. This is the catch-up, so everyone's played the same amount of games. And Mike Duff got the other goal at this point. This was a game where Brungleson played in goal. And yeah, there's quite a few changes to that. I mean, Flamingos played this kind of vaguely normal formation back in the day. They didn't for a while. Fifey's got them playing normal again. Badgers, yep, with their setup, the almost Badgeraro side that they play. I mean, Collins back in. Its table needs updating. Have I missed a fixture out from the table? I mean, yeah, I need to check my table on the side of the screen. I may well have missed one out there, but it might just be a defeat or something. But the table should be right in terms of points, I think. Yeah, so taking a quick look into how that's yeah, table's definitely wrong, but don't worry about that. It's just a gimmick. And Finnan and Duff out wide. Collins in attacking midfield, and he's looking right there. Badgers played 16 and you were 90. Yeah, there's definitely. Oh, that's weird. I know exactly what that is. That I have updated in terms of the number of draws and wins for the teams, but those two teams swapping places. Their defeats needed to have swapped, and that's what's wrong. There we go. So yeah, Friday night it'll be back to normal again because there's only a little bit to update. So anyway, I'll just cry a little bit about that. It's all right. Fortuna need 10 extra points. That's also true, but they need to earn those first. And yeah, Badgers versus Flamingos. Get your predictions in because, of course, you know the Flamingo side is going defensive. They've packed it in. They've got a couple of players in from the youth team squad. Roy Darla's making his debut in there. He's I don't know. Defender, defensive midfielder, left. He doesn't really strike me as either of those two positions. He strikes me as a good sub, and for a team like this, and of course Jostein Stocker in the team as well. He's moved into defensive midfield for today. It's Badgers 1, Flamingos 2. Even Fifey going for Badgers to win 8-0. Tato going 1-0 to Flamingos. Definitely the most unhappy squad around. No space for what's his name, Matthew Christensen in the team today. They've both been left out. Telechki's been left out. Kranchar. There's Firewasso left out the team. You're not going to. Quinton's really going for 5-1, and Ian is going for 3-0. Samba and Martin up front, but no confidence in the manager. The club's underachieving. Yeah, you got no points. What do you expect? You got absolutely no points. And this squad was never going to compete. It's never ever going to compete. Darla going in number 27 in the squad. But of course, Fifey next season, clean slate, new squad. See what he can do in Division 2. Because can relegation be confirmed? Not that soon. They've still got 8 games left. Could theoretically, once Badgers get the win that everyone's predicting for today, apart from Tato, they can't even get more points than 9th place, but they're obviously going to pick up some points, and it's only a matter of time, isn't it? 17 points off the safety with just 9 matches left. If you score 6 goals, if you don't score, you're in 1 in every 3 games. That's where we stand. Referee for today, Jan Harald Kleven. And we'll get started. Flamingos have done a little bit of commentary for me to have a look at, and it's really hard to see. Data thinking it's just going to be 4-0 again, or 4-1 maybe, who knows. Dario Silva will be good for the Flamingos, wouldn't he? There's 1-0, it's David Collins. He got a hat-trick last time, and Yavin has made it 2-0, less than half an hour in. They're getting some goals. Walker with a chance. And then I think there was a follow-up that led to absolutely nothing at all. And the ball seemed to have been in the ether for a little while. And coming close to half time, can they make it 3? Collins again with a chance, but not to be. And it is half time. Badgers 9, 8, 8. Lots of 7s and a 6. Flamingos 2 6s and 9 5s. There's a bit of a difference there. I'm going to just take a quick look into the teams. I'm going to go for Flamingos first in case Fivey's thinking of making any changes. That's where they're up to. Montari, he's been playing out of position, I think, isn't he? He's got potential knee injuries, to let you know. He's one of those on the 5s there, yeah. Never seen so many 5s. You haven't watched too many Flamingos games before, I imagine. Yeah, tackles coming in successfully from just 3 players. Clayton, Campos and Stocker. That means Baba in defence hasn't even put one in. And for Badgers, we'll take a quick look over to them. There's clearly no injuries going on for them. Performances seem to be pretty good. Vance Warner's winning every tackle he's putting in. And it's just an overall pretty happy time for both teams. The Flamingos are taking a 2-0 half-time defeat. And Badgers are 2-0 up. It is certainly a lot of 5s. 5 shots, 4 on target, 2 goals, nothing for Flamingos. So, that shows it up, doesn't it? Match report shows that Collins has got it off Yavin and he smashed one into the top corner. And for Yavin, he's taking the ball from Duff and then taking on Clayton and Campos. we could not read what was going on whatsoever, could we? I mean, the away kit, it should be. You should have an away kit that looks a bit easier, but it's even harder to read, and it's not fun to read the colours. And having a look there, so we've got Halbertsy for the left wing back and swap with Montari. So Dala is to come off, and Mr. Halbertsy RIP is coming on. And there we go. And that would be the one change, it looks like, at this point. So second half starts off. Of course, Tato said he wanted to roll to 60. It's 3-0. And Yavanin is who's got the goal. 3-0. Very, very comfortable. Collins with another chance. Can they make it 4? Will we get there? Ah, there is Yavin. Has a hat-trick this time. And he almost gets his 4th. We're going to go to subs ASAP. It's 4-0 as it stands. And we will go to Badgers first up. We usually go to the home team at this point. One of the 2 6s, yeah, Stocker getting taken off on his 6. So, and just having a look at Badgers, Collins is on a thigh injury. Well, Justin Lee Collins and Vance Warner's okay. Ratings wise, they're on 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. Manning are on for Sullivan. You did say that this was going to happen at some point, that if the striker would be coming off. And Walker off for Frederick Clausen. And there we are. The 2 changes there. They have 1 spare if they want it. And Flamingos are going to look at yours. I mean, yeah, you can't see as many 5s now. That's for sure, because you've got 3 4s and a 7 for the goalkeeper. So yeah, it's quite the rating fest, isn't it? There, Albert's even himself on a 6. Taking a look at how your team's doing. Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it? The fact that Montari's dropped to a 4, playing in probably something a bit more natural to him. Campos and Baba on 4s. Wow, it's pretty incredible, isn't it? So I'll just give you a chance to think about what to do there. It's Tolly for Campos. Well, as long as you play 3 at the back, I can do that. So make sure you just let me know what you want to do with your 3 at the back. So I'll just wait to see what you want to do first of all, because I can't move Campos into centre midfield without you putting 3 defenders in. Oh yeah, he's on 4%. Yeah, good spot. Didn't even check the subs, but yeah, that's probably quite the condition that he is dead, and it's because he is dead. got an emergency meeting with Ryan to get Sully Montari into the Super League. I mean, just look at Sully Montari as he is in this. He's absolutely superb. Yeah, we'll wait for your fight because good spot by Quinton that he was on 4%. I mean, I've seen phones with better batteries. I've seen corpses with more life, and I haven't seen a corpse with more life to be honest. Yes, as it is, you're right. Yeah, it's something. I mean, for, yeah. Stocker to centre back. Yeah, Stocker's going to centre back. This would be the. Is it going to be Campos? You were going to get rid of Campos, I think it was before. Check the conditions. I think that was just him saying check the conditions. You know, it's 4-0. Why is this taking so long? Campos and Harvard's off. No one on. Just that's it. You know, Tolly and a DM on, or Daniel Minarelli. Yeah, it might be Minarelli. I can't work out whether it's DM or Minarelli. And so Tolly on, and that will be for Harbert C, who's there. And DM would suggest Minarelli. Good. There we are. And he'll come on for Campos. And I assume you wanted to put Minarelli further forward. Would that be right to go like that kind of, or even a centre mid approach, whichever one? So let's have a look at what you want to do. DMCM, DMCM. There we go. Nice. And does he have an arrow? I can't remember what he does. Just it's all good fun to me. This is longer than the other two games put together, isn't it? Yeah, he had an arrow earlier, so I'll leave that on there. The game is already on. Arrows. What, F1 team or what? That? I don't know. Futato. Yes, he's going to be in the squad next season, I believe. In the thing, that'd be good. Let's go with that. And if you 4 be quite the prediction. So, yep, 4% have Upsy. Remember, Alex Maniger is on now. So we'll just see if he can get another goal, as he got one in the last round of fixtures, of course. It's 4-0. It's more and more Badgers pressure. It's quite entertaining. And we can see the substitutes for Flamingos are kind of working. They're on 6. Tolly's up to a 7. Incredible. Yavin's had another chance to score. And we're into the last few minutes. Collins, Yavin has scored his 4th goal of the game. 5-0 it is. And Minarelli and Tolly both came on and got 7s, despite the fact that, what I see is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players hit the 4s. It's not even 4-4, is it? It's 5-4. Yeah, dominant. We expected dominant. Not quite the 8-0 was prediction there. At least coming after a goal. Yeah, that's certainly something you cannot say that Fifey hasn't done. 8 games to go. He'll be very, very glad to get rid of the the team for next season. It's yeah. I mean, infinite more shots on target. If you look at a multiple, it's impossible to put a figure on that. 12 times as many shots on goal. Yeah, who are these players? Yeah, we'll have a quick little look through that one there, Martin, and see what we can pick up from this. It's absolutely awful team, isn't it? Check the match report for the goals. So we had Collins in the Yavin one, Yavin dribbling around. Second half, of course, Finnan into Yavin with the goal, then Finnan into Yavin with the goal, and at the end of the game, Collins into Yavin. Just a bully. Yeah, I mean, Yarstein, he turned out pretty good in certain versions, but this is pretty early in the day for him. Clayton, dire, absolutely dire. Campos can tackle but can't put himself in the right place. Stocker's a youth player. Baba, again, yeah, who is he? Aquilani, oh, that's Croft there. I'm clicking on it. Croft, probably one of the best players in the team. Aquilani, yeah, he's developed this season, but he can't do it on his own. Montari, shocking. Samba, a poor incarnation of Samba. Tyler Martin, he's playing in a team with absolutely no service. Darla's a youth player. Rickard Johansson turned out to be an alright keeper for one match. Kagura, yeah, lovely. Thomas Christensen, not much point to him. Minarelli we'd seen as well, attacking mid, yeah, okay. Abutzi, yeah, RIP. Shane Tolley, not been given the been given a good run at all. This team is awful, isn't it? And Jocelyn, yeah, lovely. It's fully deserved. And yeah, for the Badgers, Scally, 3 tackles out of 10. Lovely, 3 tackles out of 10. Vance Warner did a decent job. Dave Barnett did a decent job in defence. Yavin, very clinical in his finishing. Collins got the goal. And really, there's not a lot that can be said about that. Manninger completed 2 passes out of 2 and was caught offside. Nice. So the table will amend as we kind of expected it would do. That Badgers have moved back ahead of UN Rovers. Obviously, take no notice of the one that's on the screen because I made up the number of defeats the teams had. But yeah, points wise, Badgers moved back up. It's 26 points, just 3 points behind Falaraki and 4 points behind Allenwell. And Phoenix are now just 1 point off the top. It's at least keeping Trafford honest at the top of the league. Manninger equalled the best rated player for Flamingos. You're not wrong there. And looking down at the bottom of the table, they've now conceded 73 goals for Flamingos. That is now more than 4 per match. And something they, well, I don't know. They'll reach 100 by the end of the season. You've got to say, 27 goals to go, and only 8 matches to do it. I think it's looking quite likely, isn't it? Yeah, 1 draw for Wolfie's Wolves. We do hope Wolfie is back for the next round of fixtures. If he isn't, we have had some early contact with another manager to see if he'll come and do a caretaker job. But we do wish Wolfie well and hope he is back for the next round. No offense to David, who's actually potentially filling into that role, but yeah, we do want our Wolfie back ASAP. A point has to be the dream. Flamingos 1 point would be superb. I think there's not a manager in the league that would begrudge them to get the point. Obviously, they don't want to speak against themselves. Next round of fixtures, I mean, is that the chance? Racers 13th versus Flamingos 14th. There is the smallest possible chance. We've also got 11th versus 12th. Iron Curtain versus Imaginary Madrid. You went up against Trafford, so you think that's 3 points to Trafford, but you never know against UN Rovers. Falaraki and East Coast, big game there. East Coast need to keep themselves in the pressure of finishing that top 2 or 3 places. Hulls versus Badgers. Hulls have dropped a little bit recently, and Badgers can keep getting some goals. It is Jamie's team. Pfeiffer, you're right, absolutely right. It is Jamie's team. Racers versus Flamingos. We've got Phoenix versus Fortuna. The only hope for Fortuna potentially is that Phoenix might have a couple of tired players. I don't know. And Wanderers of Wolverhampton versus Allenwell. And I mean, that's odds on a draw now, surely, isn't it? It's definitely a draw. So it's a quick check on the conditions going forward. We're getting ourselves to the next thing here. Quinton reckons he's going to get battered next game. Can it be that bad? Ian, you're saying it could be the team you inherited at BTEC. Can they be that bad? Surely not. 76ers did win their game. Chimetti was sent off just on a stroke of half time, replaced by Benetti, who's not real, so understandable. From Bommel, Nicky Franco, and Del Piero with the goals. Any managers getting sacked? Let's have a look at how things are. Yep. We haven't changed the manager name, so it's a perfect opportunity to do this right now. We had not changed that manager name; he'd just been on a nickname for all this time, so it's perfect opportunity to do that right now. Let's add in the new manager, and let's do that at Flamingos. He is a Norwegian, of course, and Flamingos appoint a new manager. We can sack off the old. Oh, look at this! Our Bootsy is missing 11 months as well. Oh dear me. We retire from the old manager. Can you be Japanese? No, you can't. So, looking at this, I mean, 11 months out injured. I mean, it's a good job that the league isn't going for that long. Tato, good night. Thank you for coming in and watching your game. We're just going to get ourselves to the next round of fixtures, as we do sometimes in this. Yeah, he's probably your best player, but yeah, it's better than being out for life, I suppose. Let's see, Zidane's out for a few days for Trafford. Well, no, this is a week ago. He's back already. Did he sign the new manager? No, we haven't. He had a nickname of Stephen Fife on the old one there. Yeah, that's all. Don't worry, I haven't sacked him. Norway squad to be decided. Can I just check the squad I've got in already? Under 21s. Can I just check the squad I've got already? Nope, they've got 21 players. So, this is fun. Into the shortlist, nobody's on it. Under 21s. I don't know what position we're missing. Let's just take a quick scan. They got 3 keepers. They've got some strikers. I'll just look for a midfielder. That'll do. Nothing fun about this. Let's just go for the youngest ones. There. Des can't come in, but your number from Fortuna Reserves. There he is. He can come into the under 21s. Your new one. That's what he should be called, surely. Battle against relegation. Croft. Ricketts out for a month. Ricketts is out for a month. They haven't won the 17 games. No, that's Flamingos who hadn't won the 17 games. That's for sure there, isn't it? You gotta defend Milevsky with his lovely 694 average rating, but defending all the players wherever possible. Yordi's injured for 2 weeks for Imagine Madrid. Cole's going back, but yes, Yavin's poor showing in training for Fortuna. He's still at 100%. This was a week ago. It's a week ago that's happened, so he hasn't played since, and that's where we're up to. And the Norwegian under 21s are selected. We'll just click through to the games. Oh, who's been playing in here? Any Swedish sides been playing in this league? Let's have a quick scan of it. Dangley's beaten Dundee 3-1. Lovely. 2 for Luis Garcia, 1 for Taribo Almqvist. What a great name. Taribo Almqvist. Lovely. There probably was another one. Someone will have seen it. Yep, Grove beating Belenenses with 2 goals from Andy Cole. Lovely. So we get ourselves to these games quickly and have a quick check of conditions for anyone who can't get on the save. Hopkins loves Jason Kumas. There are still a few people who use the starter pack and can't quite get on the games as we are there. So 76ers losing to Rome. Otis were in there as well. Otis were in. Lovely. How did Otis get on, Quinton? You'd have seen the result. 1 all the way to Belshina. Fantastic. Isn't that great? So we'll go into the squads. We'll start off with Phoenix. Condition-wise, only 99% Maldini. Everyone else fit apart from Larson. For Wolfie, and I do this going into each manager each time because otherwise I get all the reserves mixed in with the teams as well. Fully fit squad. For Allenwell, Remember, it is a full round of games, of course, so everyone will be playing on Friday night, all being well, Friday night anyway. We've got Hersey 90% side. Yeah, I mean, we've still got the 6 out now with Ricketts in the extra player out, and the suspension of Ashley Cole. They will need to call up from the reserves to have an 18-man squad. That's quite harsh, isn't it? Looking at how that goes. Trafford. Daji is missing Zidane and Beckham, and otherwise a fully fit squad. And for East Coast, for Dimble, he's missing Tomasi through suspension, and the rest of the team are fully fit. For Falaraki, Champino is reliant on all his players, I imagine. Yeah, 100%. Then racers who are missing Thomas through injury. Everybody else is okay. We've done Phoenix. Imagine Madrid have Yordi out. They have Terry and Smertine suspended. And they have Joe Cole on a light injury. So there's a few players missing from the team there. And they need every player they can get to play against Iron Curtain. Hools. How do Hools look for this one? An entirely fully fit team. So Jens has the luxury of going back to his original starting lineup, I imagine, is what he'll probably go for. Mullins injured, Williams injured, and the rest of the team, well, 98% plus. Tato will not be worried by that whatsoever. Fortuna, they have IELTS suspended, and the rest of the team fully fit. So only one change required. They might make some more. David Flitcroft is still probably about a week away. No, only a few days away from his injury now. Recovering from his injury, anyway. A few days away from an injury would be lovely. And the rest of the team, 100% 5 feet. Your Flamingos team, which of course now needs to call bringing on some of these reserves through who haven't quite recovered, but your team needs to get back up to your 24 man, doesn't it? And Brungelson is the extra goalkeeper if you're wondering about who it is. And Christensen and Samba. I think some of the reserves are being pushed into the first team here. So we'll just reduce you back down by 1. And it will be, well, the fact that you took Gala off so early, you drop down there. If you want to bring him back up, feel free. But that will be your 24 man. Fitness wise, yeah, Croft, Samba, a little bit off the pace. Keep Montari in the reserves. Yeah, probably would do. And for Iron Curtain, this is rare to see so many people available. Parfum is out, but the rest of the team at 1000%. And we'll save that as we are. Excellent. Okay, so again, just a reminder of those fixtures going forward. We'll put them on screen now. And again, should be played Friday night, all being well. I will keep you updated. If we do end up moving it, this game will move to Saturday, and I will rearrange the Division 2 fixtures. We need to catch the Division 1 up by a couple of rounds over the next few weeks, so that's what we'll be doing. Friday it should be. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you very much for being on.